Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big Shaw.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming. Today we're checking out LEGO Dimensions Level 12 Free Play. This level's called Prime Time, and it's actually one of the last couple of levels for the story / free play. And for us, we're actually going to grab a couple of mini kits, and this only requires the starter pack. And we are going to get the rule breaker requirement and get that gold brick for that as well. So we are keeping on our journey here to get those 2 trophy achievements, the one for the 30 gold bricks and one for the 30 mini kits. And so speaking of mini kits, I just want to point this out real quick. Now, free play has been done a little different this time because we have not had all of the available characters like we normally do. You have to purchase a lot of the ones you need to do a lot of the free play mini kits. However, we actually scoped out 30 mini kits from the very beginning, and we're actually on a journey getting all of those. Turns out there are more than 30 that can be gotten with the starter pack. So if you already have a couple more than us, or maybe you think we missed one, trust us, we did miss the ones you found, but we will get 30 by the end of this journey. So we've actually got it all recorded already, and I don't want to have any spoilers for you, but we do end up finishing with 30 right on the dot. So all right, big shout out to Phantom116 and Lucas, who actually have both found a couple of mini kits and some levels that we've already published. So although we thought about maybe going back and doing a video with those in them, we just figured, let's just stick with the videos. It takes a long time to get these videos out, as you guys know. So rather than revert and go way back and do all that, we just figured we'd add them to our trophy achievement guide and mention that there are more than 30 in our video. So thanks again, guys, for your info. All right, getting along here, we've come to a crossroads, and we went up the high right side to go ahead and activate the scale keystone. And that's going to give us the ability to get large or small. And we're going to need to use both over here because we have to solve this puzzle. Now, first off, we got to get large and in charge so we can go ahead and pick up this transparent block and complete part of the puzzle. And once we get that picked up, we can go ahead and get all shrink on and get all miniature-like and slide on through. And, watch out for that jump to climb sometimes, especially Wild Style, when she does that spin. I don't know. I have a hard time jumping to climb with her. So, although it's a lot slower to just do, it's probably recommended because it might actually be faster in the long run. But, all right, we slip Gandalf into the old pad there that makes him large and in charge and pushes that block into place. And we use Batman to go ahead and knock out the other one and complete the pathway for us. Once we flip that final switch, it actually activates the 3 weight pads on top of the floating cubes over there. Now, check this out. If you happen to have Wild Style here, you probably at a little bit of an advantage because she can do the double jump a little higher. But, getting up here is kind of a task, but it's totally worth it because you end up getting a purple and 2 blues. And if you got the 2x multiplier, that ends up being, 24,000 studs? So, pretty nice little addition there. If you cannot make that jump, don't worry. There are plenty of studs to get in the rest of this level, including floaters like you just saw me trying to target there, as well as some stuff to smash along the way and at the end. So, all right, if you've completed the old scale puzzle, we're going to go ahead and reactivate the old shift terminal over here. And, we're going to activate the terminal and select shift. How about that? And we're going to go ahead and, see, we already messed this up. There's actually a pattern you have to follow. It's yellow, pink, blue. And I started off with pink. And, it turns out, look at that. I had already weighed down pink. And the reason I went to pink first is I was going to try to target those floaters in the back there. But it turned out it was too low anyway. So once you get the puzzle solved, it actually calls in old Stay Puft. And he sure looks happy for being in the middle of nowhere. What do you think that is? Is it grape jelly? I don't know if a marshmallow would be that excited to be in a big pool of grape jelly. It might, I don't know. What else could that be? What else? Purples? I mean, it could be... I don't know. Could be Kool-Aid. Could be purple Kool-Aid. Because, we don't call it grape Kool-Aid. It's called purple Kool-Aid, right? All right, anyhow, there are these 3 floating pads. You need to jump onto one of them, and they all have a different elemental property going on them. And we went ahead and used the fire, and that worked well. We even switched on over to water halfway through, and that also worked. So either one of those will get you through on the fire. Obviously, electricity will get you by on electricity, and, water will get you by on the water, I guess. I mean, was the other one frozen? I don't know. Anyhow, you'll figure it out. All right, this was a little tricky, and now I got to be honest, there are a couple of, secret paths And I went and found them because I thought for sure they would be a mini kit. And, one of them for sure is studs only. The other one, I kind of left it out in the open because it looked like, I believe we needed a character we didn't have. I think that's what it was. But, oh, here we go. We have an opportunity to get a stud multiplier going on here. If you take out the bad guys with rapid succession, you'll actually get a multiplier. Now, I gotta be honest, I'm not sure. I could not tell if you're, so you have a 2x red brick multiplier. Now, everything you get multiplies by 2. So if you get a 2 times multiplier for taking out bad guys, in theory, that should compile together and be a 2 and a 2, giving you a 4 times multiplier. Now, I'm not sure if the rapid succession multiplier for taking out bad guys, I don't know if that applies to the studs you get when you're targeting those floaters. Like you saw me build up a 6 times multiplier and then try to take out some of those floaters. I don't know if that was working that way or not because it's not actually indicating on the studs flying away. So when you get them, when you pick them up for taking out bad guys, it says, times 6 or times 2 or whatever it is. Anyhow, keep on keeping on. Activate the old keystone terminal here. You're going to actually need the elemental keystone, and you're going to have to switch to electricity. Well, assuming you go to the right side first. And you will need Gandalf's magic at the end, so make sure you take the old wizard to go down there and do your dirty work for you. All right, once you complete the mini puzzle at the end there, it actually takes away the power from all those floating pads you were walking on, and it actually it makes it safe to walk on, and also gives us a puzzle solution piece and a chroma pad. So that's kind of nice. Building up towards our next puzzle here, we have to solve the old color puzzle. And I did find that you can use the electricity bolts to go ahead and take stuff out, but in a lot of cases, it doesn't compile and add to your total. It just sits there waiting for you to pick it up. So be careful on what you shoot with that, or otherwise you might miss out on a handful of studdage. All right, another one of these little mix and match puzzles. Pretty simple stuff. You just need Gandalf's magic to put them all into place. And once you solve it, it'll give you another pad and another solution piece. So we've got the center piece and the far right piece. We just need the left piece now, which, spoiler alert, we're going to find it right here. And did you notice that it was fixed and we got all the way to it and then it broke, this puzzle? Anyhow. Oh, and speaking of broken, look at that. That's classic. Classic Batmobile. Wah, 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 wah. Doug had mentioned that he had quite a few issues like this in his story playthrough, and we had hardly any until the last level. But I got to admit, we've ran into quite a few more in our free play extravaganza. So, all right, so we've got our colors here. We know, depending on where your characters are on your toy pad, you're going to have to do this a little bit different, maybe. You can see we've got Gandalf on the middle, and we've got Wildstyle on the left. Now we've got Batman on the right. So you kind of got an idea of where we've got our characters. Now we just need to mix and match to get the right colors. You need orange on the left and purple on the right. So, of course, yellow and red make orange, and red and blue make purple. So basically move Gandalf around if you had him in that center podium spot, and move him from one side to the other, and you should be good. Now we get another puzzle here. This one is actually specific to the order you get it in. Last time I mentioned that it was yellow, pink, blue, but that's actually this one. And hey, you probably remember this from the story. These little pads that you jump on actually are like little coin dispensers. Every time you step on one, they puke out a bunch of coins. So make sure you take... coins? What are coins? Holy, I just said coins. It's been a long time since I've made that mistake. They puke out a bunch of studs. There we go. Speaking of which, you might jump down onto the high left side over here. There is there's some stuff you can do if you got a small character to break the crack and get through there. And you also have a blue stud behind there. So there's another blue stud on the right. Make sure you get all 4 of these sections. There's 4 sections of these floating pads, and you want to get them all. Whee! Make sure you don't go crazy like me. And look at that. There's actually a purple and a couple blues on the right side over by the Midway Arcade free play section there. So, or interaction point, I should say, because we're in free play. All right, so here we go. This one is not as tricky as the next one, but it certainly requires a little bit of thinking. But the puzzle is yellow, pink, blue. So just move a character around from one spot to the next in that order, and it will go ahead and give you the green cubes. And, oh, look at this. We've got a DeLorean appearance. I think we're out of time, though. Oh, look at that. Pew! Left a nice little trail of parts for us. We can go ahead and build those up. Now you can find there's a couple of floaters. Watch out for that last step. It's a doozy. Oh, and the next one doozy. Holy cow. I have totally defeated the purpose of getting those floaters because I think I gained like 700 studs and I lost at least 3 grand right there. Because every time you die, you lose about 1,000 studs. So at least. Sometimes it's 1,000 plus. But anyhow, I should be back on track now by taking out those floaters. We find ourselves with the vehicle treadmill after building up the parts that the DeLorean left behind us, and or behind for us. And we'll go ahead and vroom, 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 charge that meter up with the treadmill. And we've got some more of these weight pads again where you have to step on the right one. Avoid the orange ones with the quickness. And this is where the secret little area is. To be honest with you, I couldn't exactly tell you where to go. I think you have to go back down to the left right there. If you were to go and light up that pad down to the bottom left, I think it takes us off on another tangent, and you should be able to go off and get that first area. Well, it's like a mini kit, but like I said, I'm pretty sure I forgot who you need. So that's terrible information on my part. I shouldn't have even told you, but I guess I'm just kind of acknowledging that I know it's there because a lot of you are finding these things and telling us, and some of them we know are there and just haven't touched base on them, and some of them we had no clue. Like those mini kits that Lucas and Phantom both provided for us. We knew that there was a spot you could get Gandalf up there, but I just didn't really think about like taking him off the toy pad once we were up there and replacing him. I mean, it's genius. I mean, it's simple. It's right in front of me. I just didn't think about it. So I believe the spot, if you go off to the left side now, we're going to the right, but if you were to go to the left, there's actually a small little path that way that takes you off, and I'm pretty sure that's where it was. And if you have Wild Style out, you can actually do a double jump on this little flower ring circle spot, and if you double jump, I think 3 or 4 times in a row, each time you jump, it gives you more studs. So we found that, to be completely honest with you, I totally recorded this level, the next level, and got to the last level, and I made a big mistake. Now, most of you don't know this, but after each level I complete, I always quit the game and do a save to an external hard drive. The reason is because if I make a mistake, then I can just revert to that last level, and I don't have any mini kits, I don't have a rule breaker, I don't have any of the collectibles that I may have found, or gold bricks, or any of that stuff. So the only thing I can't avoid is trophy achievements. Once the trophy pops, it has popped. If you guys got a secret about how to revert that, please let me know. But so far I haven't had too much problems with that. But in this particular case, I hadn't saved. I beat this level and I went to bed. Well, my PlayStation went into suspend mode, so when I woke up the next day and played, guess what? It was right there ready to go. And I started and played and beat that level. Didn't save after that like a dummy, thinking, oh, I got it. I've played 15 levels already and I haven't had the same. Well, guess what? I made a mistake and had to start over. So I had to come all the way back to this level and play this level and the next level over again just to get caught up and get back to the 15th or 14th level, sorry. But so when I was playing again, I actually found those things. And to be honest with you, it was pretty early in the morning and I didn't take any notes. That's my bad too. So, all right, getting caught up here. We have found another scale puzzle. This one's pretty simple. You just have to turn it on and then get the ability to get large and put that transparent block on the right-hand side and actually make your way through with either of the other characters that go miniature. And push both of the buttons, which actually give us access to the left side as well as open up one of the chroma pads. So we are now officially caught up because we've switched that block, actually. You have to remove the transparent block and move it to the left side. Once you do that, you will be up and over where we are. Flip the one button up high, which gives you access to the button down low. You might have noticed, too, we also have the chroma pad puzzle solution floating in the back. We got red on the top, purple on the left, and green on the right. So we got some mixtures, but this time it's a little bit different than the normal mixtures. So there is a purple and a couple of blues up top, and if you jump just right, you can get up on top of this upper ledge here and get a couple extra studs by smashing that big, I don't know what that is, that purple pole. Anyhow, we've got the rule breaker, which is awesome, but we're still short on mini kits. We still haven't found either of the mini kits in this level that we are aware of and we're targeting. Haha, how about that? All right, so we're solving the puzzle solution. We've got Batman in our center podium spot where he almost always is. And then we've got Wild Style on the left and Gandalf on the right. So we're going to mix all red and blue to make purple. And, of course, yellow and green make blue. So, yeah, or yellow and blue make green. Whoa! Had that backwards. Sorry about that. It's a rough start this morning. It's a rough start. All right, this one is a little trickier. This one, it's all about timing. And I gotta be honest, I die a few times here. It's one of those things where I gotta be honest. it's like panic sets in, and you just gotta ignore it, because I'm like, oh, if I do it now, I can get there. But don't. If it seems too late, it's too late. And you know, one thing I like about this Lego version of the game is that when you die, it takes studs away, but if you've got that rule breaker already, it doesn't take it back from you. At least it hasn't for me so far. And that might be because, well, I don't know why, but anyhow, the trick here is, my advice for you guys is, you want to make sure that you are switching to the cube as it is changing to the side you want. So as soon as it starts to move, to shift to that, you know, you want it on the bottom. And as soon as it switches from the left side to the bottom, as soon as it starts to move your toy pad character and giddy up, because guess what? And the pink to blue is kind of a quick transition too. As soon as you land that pink, just move it right to the blue. That one's a little bit easier because it kind of does the timing for you. Once you solve the puzzle, though, we see this giant flying dragon come out of our big old grape Kool-Aid, or purple Kool-Aid, and he comes in. I don't know what he does. I don't know if he left a big old fart trail for us here or what that is, but he certainly lit this on fire. And we're going to go ahead and switch on over to a character that, well, we're going to activate the Keystone terminal here for the Elemental Keystone. And then it doesn't really matter which character you take to the end, but you're going to want to switch to fire or water and make your way all the way down, and then switch to one of your other characters to then change the Keystone terminal over to the locate. Now we'll have our character right out by where that is, and booyakashow, look at that. We find the yellow brick road. Now we just got to follow it. I got to be honest, it looks a little more golden or orange to me than it does yellow. I'm just saying. Maybe it's my contrast on my TV. Go ahead and make the first jump and make your way down around to the next Keystone terminal. Go ahead and activate it, which actually gives us the old locate again. Now, I've done this section probably a half a dozen times, and every single time, it doesn't matter where you stand, as soon as you open up that rift, it sucks you out and throws you into that Kool-Aid. So watch out for that. And all right, here we go. We are at the first mini kit. When you find yourself getting to one of these propulsion pads, we're going to go ahead and hop on it, but you're going to want wild style over here. So if you use somebody else to make the jump, go ahead and take her off the toy pad and put her back on, and she should appear right next to your other character. And then go ahead and do a giant butt slam on, well, first you got to use the relic scan, then do a giant butt slam on that. It looks like a coffin, doesn't it? Doesn't it look like a coffin? Once you destroy that, though, it actually gives us the first mini kit. So, woohoo! Or I should say, the first mini kit we found. So, there may be a mini kit available to the starter pack that we missed. If there is, please let us know. We will give you credit, and we will add it to our trophy achievement guide on our website. So, if you guys haven't checked out our trophy achievement guide, please do. All of the collectibles that we have found, plus information on trophy achievements and, you know, a roadmap and everything. Doug works real hard on that stuff, and I can't thank him enough for the effort and the amount of information he compiles. And sometimes it's with the help of you guys, and we appreciate that. And we're not ashamed to say that, you know, sometimes we miss things, and that's what you guys are here for. So we love to help you guys, but we love being helped by you guys as well. What's that old saying? Sometimes the student teaches the teacher, or something like that. I wouldn't go as far as to call myself the teacher, but we certainly do plenty of homework around here, trying to get all the answers for you guys and put them in a video form that's easy and fun to watch. So, all right, look at this. I didn't realize that we were going to have some dance lessons this late in the level, but cha 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 cha. All right, or you can speed things up and go with the old cha-cha-cha-cha. I guess that's more of the karate lessons, but you know what that's from? That's actually from a movie, too. I totally stole that from a movie like 5 Lego games ago, and I've just kind of ran with it this whole time. You know, I've been pitching that whole "you've got red on you," and finally somebody got it right. I'm not sure there wasn't a Google search done on that particular case, but regardless, congrats, Steven, to being the first to actually answer that correctly. But hey, if you guys know the other movie that I stole cha-cha-cha-cha-cha from, it's kind of an older movie too, a little bit before the other movie, in fact. I would say I'd say mid-2000s. All right, anyways, we find ourselves battling the boss, Lord Vortek here, but we're going to sneak off into the back left-hand side. Now, keep in mind, we still have the old Batmobile Build 2, which gives us the access to use the old triple grapple there. And once you pull that door open, it actually gives us this whole room, and we have a new puzzle to solve. We haven't seen a lot of these little sub-rooms. I know that they exist, and we'll find more as we get into our mix play with some of the extra characters outside of the starter pack. I know that, for example, in the first level, Follow the Yellow Brick Road, there is a giant silver spot that you can't get by without, Wicked Witch or somebody that has the ability to destroy silver blocks. And once you destroy those, you actually get through, and there's a whole other, part of, whatchamacallit, It's not Kansas. What is it, Kansas? I don't remember. Anyhow, you guys know what I'm talking about. Where the Yellow Brick Road is. That's what I'm talking about. There's a whole other little area. I'd have to watch the movie. Boy, it's been a long time. All right, we've been making our way along the right-hand side here. We actually found a ladder that we could build up. And once we got up that ladder, we actually made our way to the end and found that there is an acrobatic wall that can be built. And we used that to get up top. Once we got up top, we actually found a couple of bad guys. And we don't realize it quite yet, but we actually dropped some pieces down below us here. And there they are over on the far right or left side of your screen. And we're actually building up. There's a bunch of parts that we find in these green cases, too, that are only buildable, I believe, with a Unikitty. And they're rainbow blocks. And so, all right, so we built the pieces that we found on the high right side, or the middle high right. And we found a couple of handhelds we could use to get up on the middle left. Now, we smash a few things, and guess what? We find some more bricks for that build, as well as, ooh, look at this, some twirly poles. So we'll go ahead and build up those twirly poles and get our twirl on. Woohoo! I tried to cheat and jump up to the high ledge there, but it turns out you have to use the poles, get all the way across. You got to take out another bad guy, use a relic scan to find a tightrope. And I thought this was really cool for two reasons. One, wild style is pretty awesome on a tightrope. And check the shadow out in the background. I got to give these guys props. I've seen a couple people complain that we're still using the similar or same engine that we've been using for this LEGO game series for a long. But it's great, and they keep adding to it. I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? I mean, hey, would I love to see more lifestyle LEGO characters? Possibly. I don't know how I feel about that. And we did grab that mini kit. I don't know, I was talking over it, but we did smash that final green glass case up top, and we did grab the second mini kit. So both mini kits that we had planned are officially in the bag, as Wildstyle and I both like to say. Now we've just got this final battle, and I've got to be honest, this is kind of one of the more frustrating battles of the game. I complained about this in Story 2, and really this might be one of my only 1 or 2 complaints of this entire game. I really enjoyed this all the way around, and I thought this was an amazing game, but this particular boss battle seemed a little unbalanced. And I say this because of these floating bad guys. These guys only take 2 shots to kill you completely. Doesn't matter, you got full hearts, 1 heart, doesn't matter. 2 shots or less, let's put it that way. Now, they've got really good aim, and they fire pretty fast, and there's multiple. So there's almost always 2 on the screen. You can take 1 out, but it almost respawns almost instantly. I mean, within 5 seconds, I would say. And sometimes there's 2 on both sides, or on one side, and it just doesn't make any sense to me. All right, I'm kind of on a tangent here. I am 100% sure that I could go ahead and get the 4 statues here, and I thought I was onto something. We'd been told that there was an extra mini kit in the level 4 that we missed, so I thought, uh-oh. There's 4 statues right here. I'm going to get all 4. No. And I get owned over and over again. And it's by those silly little flying cop, I don't know what they are. Those guys. Those guys right there. I'm not a fan of them. I take them out, and they respawn, and they take me out. And then they take me out again, and they take me out again, and then I take 1. It's a horrible cycle. And, I got to be honest. I did not like them, and it was pretty frustrating. So when I finally give up trying to get look, and think about this. I'm recording this knowing that you guys are going to be watching this, and I knew I shouldn't have done it. I always do my research off the recorder, but in this case, I was pretty sure that I was going to be able to get this, and every time I thought I had it solved, I tried to do it, but I couldn't. Look, okay, so I thought I had fire, then I tried to switch to water, and I can't even shoot up there. At first, it's because I'm getting shot in the back. Now look at this. Now it's blocking my path. There's this invisible wall blocking my water, so I finally just go, you know what? Forget about it! And I go ahead and I try to take the main guy out, old Vortek, but then I start getting shot from the sides. And right now, I gotta be honest, I was pretty heated. And I know that's kind of ironic because I've got the fire element going right now. but I was. I mean, I probably looked like that sitting in my chair while playing the game. I mean, that's real talk. Now, another thing, too, that we missed, well, I didn't originally plan to do, but realized I could do, was back in this far right corner, there is this gold barred cage. And we can actually melt gold with our heat ray. And it turns out we actually have access to that via the old... So here I am. I told you I'd given up, but truth be told, I had this epiphany that, oh, wait a minute. I had an element on. Maybe I don't need an element. Maybe I just need a target with my Batarang. No such luck. But I will point out that there is a couple of blues and a purple behind the old podium there, behind the main stage. So make sure you sneak in there, frustrated or not. At least you'll get a Poiple out of the deal, right? All right, we're finally in the final here, and we're going to go ahead and melt his ice cube. Go ahead and do a butt slam on him to wake him up from his little slumber there. And we're going to go ahead and it's another battle with these flying guys. And like I said, I least favorite character / moment / bad guy / you know what I'm saying moment. And I got to be honest, could have totally done without that. Or maybe just nerf down the bullets. You know, maybe they only take 1 heart off instead of 2. It just seemed, you know, like an extra hurdle that didn't need to be there. But all right, enough ranting. Moving on. He's got his fire tornado going, or fire-nado, and we've got to see. I told you, 2 bad guys on the left side coming at me. There may not be a guy on the right now, but that may be why there was 2 on the left. All right, this is kind of weird. So I melt him down, and he gets into his little form, and I go and I do a butt slam, and then he grabs us one more time, I believe. Yeah, he throws his bad guys at us. All right, here in a second, we're actually going to complete the battle here. I know that was like the super long battle, and who knows? You guys probably aren't even hanging out anymore. You guys have probably already checked out to the next video. If you did, no worries. I ain't mad at you. Not that you know I ain't mad at you because you weren't here to hear me say it. Anyhow, all right, he grabbed us one last time, and he's going to go ahead and get one more snow-nado going. And we're going to take out these flying baddies right quick. We're going to go and take advantage of that flashing stud cube in the back. I don't know what those are called. I'm sure there's a name that the developers gave those, but stud jackpot? I don't know. But go ahead and get Vortek down one last time. One last butt slam for the win. And then he gets sucked through his own vortex. And or something happens. He gets like pulled in, and we check out because you know what? Oh, I forgot. We have one more locate keystone we got to do. I totally forgot. So yeah, he's getting grabbed up by some force. I'm not even sure I remember or ever knew what was grabbing him, but it's not working out for him. I don't know if it's our help or what, but the keystone terminal's on the right-hand side, and the locate is on the left, kind of middle, right above. I believe it's the flux capacitor icon out in the middle there. So anyways, you'll get it. Adalic will come in, save the day, and look at that. Booyakashow! Level 12 primetime free play is now complete. We do want to come back and get some of the extra mini kits. They won't be needed. They won't really be for anything other than building the mini kit at the end here. We did get the rule breaker too, as you just saw, for getting the, what was it, 150,000, I think? And we did get a couple mini kits. See, look, well, it's got me curious. What is that? I mean, it looks like it's going to be a dinosaur of some sort. I mean, clearly there's a Jurassic World mini kit down there that we collected. So who knows? We'll have to find out later. Final screen can only mean one thing, that's going to wrap it up for LEGO Dimensions Level 12 Primetime Free Play. And we grabbed a couple of mini kits, we grabbed that rule breaker, and now we are officially on our way out. Hey, if you guys have any questions or comments or maybe a suggestion for us, head on over to our social pages, you know, like Facebook, Twitter. Comment, vote, subscribe down below. Of course, we ask that if you guys give us the old thumbs up, well, I guess have a happy day. If you give us the thumbs down, make sure you let us know how we can improve or what we did that caused you to vote us down, because we're all about improvement around here. We want to do the best possible, and hey, we're not afraid to admit it. We missed a couple of mini kits that were available to the starter pack, and we're going to add those and give the people credit who added them. So hey, if we missed something and that's why you thumbed us down, let us know. We want to know. We want to be as perfect as possible so the next people can have the easiest ride to completion as possible. All right, for me, that's going to do it. As always, until next time.